Fuck Elon. Fuck America. Have a terrific day.
You know, students like my son who depend on IDEA and individual education plans to make sure that they're treated equally and get the best possible education they can. That's a hallmark of America. I think America's great contribution to the world is our public education system. And of course, Donald Trump doesn't care. And I appreciate you showing that photo because it's so obscene that he would put a mock classroom. We all know he's never been in one. He wouldn't last for a minute. He's never done it. He's surrounded by people who know nothing about education. And they want to make this about bureaucracy and cutting. This is about children. This is about broadband access in their schools. This is about the research you were talking about, pedagogy, things that we learn. And then it's about the Civil Rights Department at the Department of Education that makes sure that we don't have a situation where a Ruby Bridges is escorted to school with police. And so we're back in an area where we can segregate. And he knows that curriculums and those decisions are made on a local basis, but they muddy the water. So look, just like your previous guest, thanks for having her on, but it's chilling. They don't care about law. They don't care about where the American public's at. And that kind of segues to why I'm getting out there. And there's a reason that these Republican Congress members aren't holding town halls, because this is so unpopular they can't defend it. But I'm going to make sure that the voices of their constituents are heard. It is a mess. I do believe, though, that I've been given a platform running, and the privilege of running with Vice President Harris, given a platform to list folks up, and they are coming out. These are folks that are coming out. They're making their voices heard, and these members of Congress are going to dodge it. And Donald Trump doesn't have to stand in front of the voters again, but these folks do. And we need to make it clear that this cannot stand. And we'll challenge them on all fronts. We'll challenge them in the court of public opinion. We'll challenge them in the courts. It's simply not what America's founded on. Again, I go back to that previous story with the attorney and the absolute disregard for all rule of law and human rights. This is stuff that Americans need to pay attention. I'm an optimistic person, and I'm not trying to, to paint this too terribly, but I think we have to assume the very worst in everything that this administration does, and we need to prepare for it.
That would be presented to Mr. Trump for decisions. For some reason, they've decided to show Elon Musk this level of detail about a potential war with China while he operates the largest car factory, I believe, in China, and has immense financial interest in that country and contacts with that country's government that he has not disclosed to the U.S. as part of maintaining his security clearance. I just got to get your reaction to that, sir.
Well, speechless would be the word. I don't know how to convey. I don't possess the language ability to convey how far out of the norm this is. Like nothing that people listening, like, look, this is those of us who served, the background checks from the FBI, just to receive clearance as an artillery enlisted soldier was extensive to get that background. And then the level of information that you can get, or as a member of Congress, to be able to have access to this type of information. These are closely guarded secrets because our national and our global defense depends upon them. And once again, we have this, I don't know, the character, the world's richest man with the world's most fragile ego. And I don't understand where the Republicans, where are Lindsey Grahams? Where are these people who know how this works to not be terrified of where this is at? And again,
anybody remember Kid Rock, who wasn't very happy about Bud Light? He was shooting up Bud Light. And then there were people that were going to Target, wanted to burn whatever it is that they were upset about that Target was selling. There was the NFL. Let's boycott. Boycott! The reason I'm saying that is because the people at Fox News, Harris Faulkner's a journalist.
Terry joins me in Focus now. Caroline, good to see you. I did some homework for this segment, and I want to start someplace that no one's talking about. What happens if there's someone in one of these cars they blow up? That can happen. That becomes murder, or worse, terrorism plus. And I know that on January 20th, the president signed into law, through an executive order, restoring the death penalty. Do you think this sort of thing And I hate to think it. People leave their children and pets in cars. I mean, you don't know. This is deadly, dangerous stuff these liberal protesters are playing with.
Yes, it is, Harris. And what I can tell you is that President Trump condemns this violence, and he is determined to restore law and order in our country, and he will ensure that the harshest penalties are pursued for those who are engaging in this vicious violence that we have seen targeted at this American company, Tesla dealerships, Tesla employees, and also innocent Americans who have chosen to drive these vehicles. Many of them, ironically, are likely Democrats. As you so eloquently pointed out, there is a major double standard here. The Democrats used to be the greatest cheerleaders for electric vehicles and for Tesla, the company, until Elon Musk decided to support and vote for Donald Trump. So the Trump derangement syndrome from the left is on true display with these attacks. It is getting dangerous, and the White House wholeheartedly condemns it. And we applaud Attorney General Pam Bondi for investigating these acts as domestic terrorism, because that is what they are.
Well,
Sorry, because my son's inflatable. Harris Faulkner's a journalist. She has suggested this Thursday that if you touch a Tesla, you should be death penalty. You're not allowed to say anything bad about Elon Musk or TESLA. Not even allowed to have a joke about it. Nothing. You must bow down to Elon, sit in your Tesla, press the button, and that's it. I'm a robot! This is not a joke. This is really serious. I can't quite believe it, because the average person that may be against Elon Musk is not looking to damage a Tesla, is not looking to set fire to a Tesla showroom. They're just using the democratic right to spend their money where they choose. No! Teslas! Comment section's all yours.
Rise and Resist is a small, entirely volunteer group of activists dedicated to nonviolent, creative protest. We are committed to fighting back against Donald Trump's corrupt agenda. The Trump administration is now threatening us with a federal investigation because of peaceful protests we have organized against Tesla. We are not scared of this threat, and we will not back down. On March 8th, Elon Musk sent out a hostile tweet that blamed Rise and Resist and 4 other groups for the ongoing Tesla protests. On March 10th, after weeks of national protests against the CEO and Doge chief Elon Musk, Tesla's share prices crashed.
On March 11th, Trump said violence against Tesla dealerships will be labeled domestic terrorism. Rise and Resist has never engaged in violence against Tesla dealerships or property. On March 12th, as if on cue, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene sent an official notice to Pam Bondi, Trump's Attorney General, and to Kash Patel, Trump's FBI director, falsely accusing Rise and Resist of acts of vandalism.